big movements in the planets this week. Now, they may be affecting your energies this week. I'm going to do a sign by sign using the elements today to read how these big transits, this stellium and this Neptune moving into Aries this week, will be affecting you or could possibly affect your energy this week. So in today's reading, I'm going to go sign by sign using the elements. When I talk about houses, I'm talking about your ascendant sign only. Otherwise, you can also read with your moon and your sun sign. Now, this energy of Neptune moving into Aries could bring a new spiritual courage, spiritual energy. Aries is very impulsive, it's very motivated, it's an energy of wanting to move and wanting action. It's a fire sign. So Neptune moving into this represents our spiritual boundaries, our boundaries between anything that's outside of the physical body. So we could get more courage when it comes to our spirituality, maybe coming out of the spiritual closet. It can also be a new spiritual purpose, a boost in how we feel about our spiritual purpose. It could be divine inspiration, guided by inspiration and wanting to move forward on our spiritual quest. Or it could also be the need or the urge to want to dissolve anything that's no longer working for us. Neptune wants to come in and dissolve the ties that hold us down to parts of ourselves or our purpose that don't really align to our heart anymore. So that energy comes in once it enters into Aries, which it has now and will be until 3039. That energy could cause for new invigorated self-worth, abilities to move forward in a courageous way on what we know we are meant to do in this lifetime. So today's reading will be broken down into 3 groups. You'll have your earth elements, which is your Aries, your Sagittarius, and your Leo. We'll have our air signs, which will be Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. We'll have our earth signs, which will be Capricorn, Taurus, and Virgo. Then we'll have our water signs, which will be Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. So let's get into today's reading. So I'm using my astrology tarot today to do these readings. First thing I want to talk about today is how Neptune in Aries may affect the fire signs. Now this means that the energy is going to be trining your energy. Aries, it will mean it will be in your first house if you're an Aries ascendant. Leo, it will be in your 9th house if you're a Leo ascendant, and it will be trining your energy, which means it will be bringing Neptune's blessings your way. Sagittarius, if you're a Sagittarius ascendant, it will be in your 5th house of creativity, and it will bring Neptune's blessings, a spark of creative inspiration. So we also have energy around, now Leo, for you in your first house is going to affect you in a big way. This energy of Neptune entering here, this is a surge of energy where you know there's certain things that are just not working for you anymore. So it's that urge to take action now. Be brave in our spiritual pursuits. Be brave in our boundaries. Be brave in moving forward on our soul's purpose. What we feel like has been draining us or holding us down or has severing our attraction to it or our desire for it, it's what is going to be dissolved in upcoming years. And you'll start to feel yourself pulling away from parts of yourself that once felt comfortable, once felt like your mission. But you'll feel yourself dissolving these tethers or these things that pull you towards certain things in your life. So Leo, this energy for you is 9th house. 9th house is going to be about exploration, travel. It could be philosophical pursuits such as tarot or astrology. You might find yourself pulled in the direction of wanting to pursue more energy around more knowledge, open up the insights from spirit when it comes to philosophical pursuits or religion or higher learning. And Sagittarius, this is occurring in your 5th house. So your creativity here becomes the channel for this divine fire. It's art, it's joy, and it's expression. You feel infused with this magical energy, like you know something big is on the precipice. It's like an inspiration energy, a fire that's lighting up in your soul, stirring in your heart. This is the energy of Neptune hitting Aries, which is trining your energy and taking place in your 5th house. It can also be connected to children as well. So the cards on the table for you, fire signs, will be the 7 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles, 10 of Swords, and the 4 of Cups. So this energy is about what it was that once fueled your fire, that you no longer feel pulled towards. So this card talks about when opportunities are presented to you and you kind of turn them away. But what I'm really feeling about this card here is that this is the 4 of Cups, is that this is your dissolving of your old desires, your old self, ending those chapters, because this energy of Neptune in Aries really wants to dissolve the old you, old structures and things that really don't work for you anymore. So if you're a fire sign, you're really going to feel this energy as the feel like you want to dissolve certain parts of yourself, feel like you want to end certain chapters of yourself, and you'll know which ones they are because of the parts of yourself that no longer inspire you, light your fire. They bore you, they annoy you, or they feel like hard work. You don't enjoy the work you do anymore, if we're talking about a work situation here or a skill that you have. But because you're a fire sign, it's most likely going to be in the Aries when you're an ascendant, of course, in your 9th house, which means your quest or your thirst for more information, deeper understanding, higher learning, more knowledge. So this is 9th house energy, and this is where the energy is going to stir from. So we also have Sagittarius, it will be your 5th house. So this is where this big burst of creativity energy comes in. Now it could also indicate children, the urge to have children if you don't have them already, or situations occurring around your children. Maybe it's time for your children to move out of home, because we have these endings on the table as well. But we do have the 9 of Pentacles. Now why this is important is because this is a card of independence, and the 9 and the Aries energy is very self-driven, where Aries is about self or I, Libra on the opposite axis is about us or we. So here, Aries energy, where this is all taking place, is about self energy. So this independent energy. Now it could be that you're ending certain things or bored of certain things that don't reflect what your self needs, what your soul needs, what your ego needs, or what you need, especially if you're an Aries ascendant, being your first house. Now the other big placements that are taking place are the Aquarius energy. Aquarius, we've got this big stellium happening this week in Aquarius. We've got Sun, we've got Venus, we've got Mars, and we've got Mercury. So that's explosive energy. Venus wants to find comfort. It wants to find luxury, love, balance, harmony, happiness. Where Mars wants to, it's a burst of energy. It's this fire energy that's coming in also with the Neptune this week, the Neptune in Aries. So it's this impulsive energy, this surge of energy, this surge of inspiration even. It comes in through your fire is lit. It's like you know you've got this new path, you're ending things, you can see very clearly what you want to end, and you've got this new energy coming forward. Mercury wants you to get more educated. Now this applies especially if you're a Leo because of your 9th house energy. It's trining your 9th house of higher education. And then we have this energy around Sun. Sun wants you to work out how you shine your light. So this applies definitely to you, Leo, but definitely to all the signs. So how you shine, how you feel invigorated, how your soul is fueled. That's your Sun energy. And your Sun is being triggered or activated by Aquarius energy this week, as well as the other energies that's taking place. So this activation energy of Aquarius season for you, fire signs, is saying that it wants to have you think about a situation from an outside perspective. So maybe if you're fueled for passion or desire or new inspiration, new paths, new education, new creativity, maybe you're going to look at this from a perspective that is outside of the box, a little bit different in the way you think because of Aquarius. Maybe it's related to technology because of Aquarius rules technology. So we've got this energy here of this big stellium activating for you, stirring your energies connected to how it's triggering this energy in Aries. So the most affected of all the fire signs with the stellium that's taking place in Aquarius is going to be the aspecting energy, the square aspect cause for Leo being a fixed sign, and Aquarius also being a fixed sign. So it's actually opposing energy, it's not squaring, so it's opposite. So you'll find this activated in your 7th house of relationships. If you're a Leo and you're a Leo ascendant, you're going to feel this activation of this Aquarian energy in your 7th house. Now for you, Aquarius is your 7th house, and you've got all these planets sitting there causing all this extra energy. Mars may wanting to bring in conflict or competitive energy, but Leo wants to find balance. Venus wants to find that balance and harmony. So trying to find and balance that me versus you or us versus me. So it's that Leo, that Aquarian energy versus the Libra energy. It's that kind of, because it's on an axis of your identity, Leo, your first house, against playing out in your 7th house of relationships, the people closest to you. So you'll find this need to want to balance out and harmonize the energy there, but you may also find a bit of a stirring of a bit of conflicting energy there, a bit of butting heads energy because of that Mars. But maybe Mercury will bring a really great opportunity for communication within your relationships. So thank you for joining me, fire signs. I hope it resonated. I hope it brings you some illumination. I hope it brings you some positivity, some growth, and some inspiration this week with these placements, and I will see you again next week. Welcome air signs. Air signs, I'm welcoming in Aquarius, Gemini, and Libra. You are affected by the transits this week because there's a lot of activation energy taking place in Aquarius. So for you, Aquarius, it's taking place in your first house. So you're really going to feel this energy this week activating in a big way. But it's also going to affect the other signs because you're trining. So Aquarius, you're really going to feel this energy because it's activating your first house. We have this conjunction that's taking place in your first house, and that's all about your identity, your direction, how you view the world, and how people see you. So it's really going to be activated and heightened this week. Libra, this is going to be taking place in your 5th house. This is your 5th house of creativity, inspiration, fun, joy, pleasure, and your children, house of children as well. This is where you're going to feel this big stellium taking place. Now this big stellium, which I'll run over, but the other one that we have will be Gemini. Gemini, you're going to feel this through your 9th house. It's trining your energy, so it's here to help you. It wants to help you gain more wisdom, higher wisdom, deeper learning and understanding of whatever topic you're inspired by, an expansion of knowledge, information, maybe exploration and travel. Maybe it's taking your tarot and astrology to the next level. This is how you're going to feel this energy over this next week. Now we've got some really positive cards on the table. We've got the Page of Wands, and it's talking about optimism. But I feel this is also the growth energy that's coming in through for Gemini, with the trining energy in the 9th house of wisdom and growth and expansion. I feel it's taking place if you're a Gemini ascendant. We have got the opportunities coming in through the Ace of Pentacles. And then we have the Two of Wands, bringing a bit of a moment of a decision, your path, your progress. So let's see, first of all, we're going to talk about the energy of the stellium in Aquarius. So we've got happening here Mars, Venus, Mercury and Sun all conjuncting in the 1st house of Aquarius. Not to mention we already have Pluto here in the early degrees. So we've got this activation energy, Pluto activating all of this energy. Mars is a surge of inspiration, push, drive, motivation. We have Venus wanting harmony, wanting balance, wanting love. It could be activating money for you. Could be activating the urge to spend or change your look in some way. Then we have Mercury. Mercury's a sign for communication, activating a good opportunity to engage, to communicate, to do some social media. Marketing or sales is a great time for you now. This energy is trining, which means it's here to help you. We also have the Sun, and the Sun wants you to grow and feel nourished and feel inspired, like your soul is living its best life. So it's shining in its best way possible. This activation that's taking place in Aquarius is fueling your energy, activating your energy in the most positive way possible. The other thing that we have going on in the cosmos this week is we have Neptune moving into Aries. Neptune moved into Aries on the 26th of January. Now Neptune wants to dissolve anything that's no longer working, power structures, things that feel like they just don't resonate with you anymore. It wants you to dissolve those things out of your life. It will give you that urge to softly and gently release those ties that tie you to something that doesn't work for you anymore. But because it's in Aries, it could be happening in a very impulsive way, a quick way, a sudden way. It could be happening in a way that feels like a burst of energy because that's Aries. Now the placement that's going to be most affected here will be Libra. Libra, because this is happening in your opposition house, your 7th house. For you, if you're an ascendant Libra, then Aries is going to be your 7th house of relationships. So for you, this is where your relationships will feel like they're mirroring your spiritual burst, inspiration, or evolution. Partners may shift to reflect you becoming more attuned to your authenticity, to your soul purpose, to your mission, to your ability to see beyond or move beyond physical boundaries and more towards spiritual purpose or direction. So there's going to be reflection here within your relationships. Maybe you'll be finding more relationships around you that are aligned to this mission or this purpose or desire. Maybe you'll be feeling some resistance coming from relationships with this energy. So your Libra is going to be the one of the air signs that will be most affected by the Neptune moving into Aries placement. But the best placement here will be your Aquarius energy, and that's here to help you. It's trining energy. For here, we can look at the optimism of the Page of Wands, saying this is a perfect opportunity to grow, have optimism, luck. It's great energy to progress further on the direction that your heart desires. So there's a lot of movement here with this energy, a lot of exploration, a lot of expansion, growth, optimism and opportunity. So I hope that you enjoy this reading. You've got great energy on the table, air signs, because of these current transits. I hope you enjoy your week ahead. Make the most of this beautiful energy, and I will see you again next week. Welcome, Earth signs, to your astrology reading for this week. So we have some pretty big movements with the planets this week. We've got this very active stellium taking place in Aquarius, where we have the Sun, Mars, Venus, Mercury and Pluto conjuncting in Aquarius. That's in Aquarius this week. They will be affecting Taurus, it will be taking place in your 10th house. It will be squaring your energy, which will be a slightly challenging aspect for you, an opportunity, you might say, to rise above, to work a little harder, to work to overcome any obstacles here. It could be taking place in your career, the job you do, or your role in life. It's your visibility, your public identity could be affected here with this energy. It's Aquarius energy, so it's about finding solutions outside of the box. Perhaps it's to do with technology in the workforce or in your job. Now it could be energy here of conflict because of the Mars that's sitting here. It could be trying to find balance and harmony in your role or your workplace because of Venus. Maybe it's finding new knowledge or education because of Mercury. You're more inquisitive, wanting to learn a little bit more about your role, wanting to learn for a new role, wanting to study for a change in your direction or career. Mars will bring a surge of energy for this, but it will also be Pluto wanting to bring great changes and transformations for you around your career. So this big activation could be affecting your job, your career, if you are an ascendant here. Taurus. So then we have Libra. Libra, this is taking place in your 5th house. This will be trining your energy because it is a air sign. Next we have Virgo. Virgo, this is taking place in your 6th house. 6th house of your how you share with others. It's about service to others. It's about your health and your well-being, but also your daily routine. This is how you may be feeling this Aquarian energy this week, looking for perhaps outside of the box solutions to any daily routine type issues, looking for ways to get jobs done in a way that feels maybe more technology based or outside of the box scenarios. Mars will bring a surge of energy into this situation. Venus will desire a longing for balance and harmony, perhaps more money, perhaps more of a upping your lifestyle could be what's coming through for you, Virgo. Then we have the energy on the table, which is the Ace of Wands, wanting to ignite your passion this week. We have got the Page of Pentacles, wanting diligence and hard work, one step at a time. We have the King of Pentacles, wanting to seek security over this time, especially if you're a Taurus. This is where you're going to feel this energy. Maybe even staying in your comfort zone a little, especially if you're an ascendant. We're talking about your 10th house of your public role. Maybe sticking into what you feel safest in, what you feel secure in, not moving too far out of your comfort zone when it comes to technology or thinking outside of the box for solutions. We also have Capricorn in the mix, and this is your second house. It's talking about your money, your values, and your self-worth, because we have Venus in the mix here. Venus might be seeking a little bit more wealth, a little bit more resources, and how you make your money. Maybe there's a little bit of education needed here, or study or inquiry into how you can up your game here because of the Mercury in the mix. We have Mars bringing in that boost of motivation to push you forward to propel your skills or your resources or how you make your money. We have Pluto wanting to come in and make some changes to things that are no longer working for you, and we have the Sun wanting you to feel fulfilled in what you do, your mission, your skills, and the things you really enjoy, the things you're good at, your confidence. The Sun just wants to light those things up and allow you to shine. So we have here for you on the table, Earth signs, the need this week to be diligent. Take one step at a time. Don't move too far out of your comfort zone. Stay within your means here. Stay within your boundaries where you feel safest, especially when it comes to technology, or the feeling of being a little bit of dissociating and wanting to have your own space this time. But we also had the Ace of Wands on the table wanting to ignite energy, and this is coming from Neptune moving into Aries. It's going to really ignite your inspiration to move forward. Thank you for joining me, Earth signs. I hope you have a beautiful week ahead, and I will see you again next week. Welcome, water signs. We're taking a look at Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. The big placements that are taking place with the transits, moving planets, stellium in Aquarius. We also have Neptune moving into Aries, moved in on the 26th of January. It'll be its home now until 2039. So this energy is going to be felt now. Now the planets that's going to be the sign within the water signs that will most feel this energy of Neptune in Aries is going to be Cancer. Cancer, this is going to square your energy. It may affect your fourth house, your home, your moving, your wanting to rearrange your place, wanting to get rid of things that don't work for you, clear clutter, dissolve your attachment to things that are just taking up room in your head but in your home. There may be issues around family. You may want to work some things out to do with family, dissolving any negative ties or issues when it comes to your home or your family here. So that's going to be the sign that will be most affected out of the water signs with this placement of Neptune in Aries. Now the other placement that's taking place will be a stellium of planets in Aquarius. So the sign in the water signs that will be most affected by the stellium of planets in Aquarius this week is going to be Scorpio. Scorpio, you're going to feel this deeply. You're going to feel this as a surge of energy. Maybe you may want to retreat or disassociate from this energy because it will feel emotionally overwhelming. But the energy playing out here is Mars. Mars is giving you that surge of energy to go deeper into certain situations. Maybe think about it from the outside point of view. Maybe a deep desire or urge to disassociate and take a bit of solitude time. We have got Venus in the mix, wanting to find balance and harmony, wanting to find heart's fulfillment, pleasure. It's wanting to find pleasure from Mars, but love from Venus. So we've got this energy for you, Scorpio, in a very deep and intense way. And you're seeking those desires or those pleasures. We also have Mercury taking place here in this stellium or conjunction, urging you to seek more knowledge, more education, marketing. It could be to do with sales here or communication. Maybe you're wanting that deep and meaningful conversation with people around you. We have Pluto in the mix wanting changes and transformations. So you're going to feel this Scorpio the most out of all the water signs. So this energy around transformations, things that are not working for you around your house. Maybe you'll find an urge to sell, relocate, move coming up for you, that desire to do that. We also have Sun. Sun wants you to shine. It wants you to feel fulfilled in your purpose in everything you do. So the overall energies coming from the cards today for your reading, water signs, is going to be the 8 of Pentacles, the 7 of Swords, and the 5 of Pentacles. So we've got a little bit of feeling disassociation, especially you Scorpio with that Aquarian energy. Squaring your energy may feel like you're on the outside. Maybe when you're really just wanting that deep connection, you could be feeling you're just not getting it. Now I'm feeling a little bit of hardship energy as well there. It could be a bit of needing to have a deep look at how you spend your money. Now for all the other water signs, it's connected to your ability to protect your assets, protect your money, your finances, or protect your well-being. We have this defensive action coming in from the 7 of Swords, and this could be that Mars energy taking place in Aquarius. Mars could be a little bit of conflicting energy that's taking place here over this week, and it's asking you to be aware that this is occurring so that you're not acting over defensive, but maybe just understanding that you do need to stick up for yourself here. Now we've got the 8 of Pentacles is taking one step at a time. It's learning new things with that Mercury stellium, part of the stellium in Aquarius is saying one step at a time. It's mastering your skills. It's doing the hard work, but mastering skills over a period of time to become good at something that you really love. So this energy that's taking place for you, water signs, is saying that over this week with this stellium in Aquarius is really look at outside of the box approaches. Maybe look at technology for ways to help you and find solutions, to find comfort, to find ease, or that deep meaningful conversation, to find that protective energy, protecting your own feelings here as well. And then we also have the Pisces energy, that sensitivity, where you may take things to heart. So something somebody says, you may take it a little bit wrong, or you may take it as a negative or a insult against you. So just be very careful of if that you're reading the room correctly. Try not to take things to heart too much, and try and stay on track for whatever it is that you're working towards. We've got the card here of hard work required to keep on track with your goals or your skills and all your resources here. But especially when it comes to this energy around Aquarius, it could be really causing some kind of disassociation to your purpose, or wanting just to get away from the energy, to retreat, to disassociate from the energy because it feels pretty harsh. But the Aries energy with Neptune also wants to dissolve any ties or anything that's not working for you. It may also want to dissolve any illusions that you're facing about the truth, wanting you to see the situation for what it really is. This energy of Neptune wants to dissolve things that don't work for you anymore, dissolve things that your attachment to it. So being able to release things that you no longer need, release situations or paths that don't work for you in order for new beautiful things to come your way. So they are beautiful placements. You just have to navigate them in a very sensitive way. I hope you enjoyed this reading. I'll be back again next week.